Hi, we're here at Home Hill Restaurant and Vineyard in the heart of Ranelagh. The reason for the voiceover is it was so windy outside the microphones didn't work. We wanted to show you John, our expert sucker, trying to extract the sap from the birch tree. Here's one we prepared earlier. Let's get into it. So Stu, we've come from outside now into this wonderful kitchen and beautiful dining room. What exactly are we going to do today?
So today we're in the middle of spring, so we're going to do a lovely lamb sweetbread dish. We're going to serve this with some blackened chestnut mascarpone, spring greens and flowers.
Wow.
Okay, what do we do first?
So what I've done yesterday is we've brined this for 24 hours to let out some of the blood. Next thing we're going to do, we've vacuumed them. We're going to steam them for 15 minutes at 85 degrees.
I'll do that.
Put that in the oven,
Quite
young man.
happy, thank you very much.
Good boy.
Sure. Let you see the mascarpone. So what we've done here is we've infused the blackened chestnuts, which I have here,
Oh, right, okay. These are blackened chestnuts.
with cream. So how we make the blackened chestnuts is we vacuum in the winter, and I've got a fermentation chamber which are set to 65 degrees, and then leave them in the vacuum bags for 4 weeks. And the moisture in the chestnuts caramelize the sugars in a similar way that you would to black garlic.
4 weeks in the vacuum seal in the oven at 65.
In the fermentation chamber.
In the fermentation chamber for 65.
65
at 65
degrees.
degrees.
Yeah.
For 4 weeks.
For 4 weeks.
That's slow cooking at its finest, isn't it? There they are there. That's what they look like, vacuum sealed.
Long and low.
Can you eat them just like that?
Yeah, well, they're very syrupy and molassesy, and they're beautiful. Kind of reminiscent of chocolate. You can
How do you open one of these?
Oh, yeah.
Do
Let's
you
do
use
it.
a knife? Can you-
Awesome.
Yeah.
Love that.
Wow.
Great technique.
What does it remind me of? Some kind of fruit almost.
Maybe like a dried fruit.
Yeah, it's
Like
a
a
little bit
fig
of
or
a
something.
dried fig,
Oh, it's nice.
but savoury and sweet, which is really nice.
So you've used that blackened chestnut to make this mascarpone, yeah?
Yeah, so I infused the cream overnight. I blitzed it in our Thermomix.
And now what's it doing here? It's
So
straining.
The following day,
Yeah.
I heated this up to 30 degrees and added a mesophilic culture, and then
Whoa,
let it.
what was that again?
A mesophilic culture.
Oh, the old mesophilic culture.
Yeah.
thousands of years old, older than the Greeks. You'll
Unlike
notice, look at this. What's
Yeah.
that called?
Chuck 12.
Chuck Super Wine. Every kitchen we go to, have you noticed? It's always blue.
And unlike you, John,
Yeah.
this is packed with culture.
Whoa!
Does he even know? Do you even know I'm Greek? You can't say that about me.
We're just going to season it now.
Tell me what's
So it's like a curds and whey sort of thing happening. So
Yeah,
just the
actually,
curds
not
left.
a lot of whey in this.
Not much whey?
Not much whey.
How much does it weigh?
So you can do this, Paul.
Oh, geez, look out. What am
I'll
I
grab
doing?
you a whisk, and we're going to season it.
This is just sea salt.
Just some sea salt. Yeah, not too much.
Well,
Very
it's
delicious.
nice.
That's very delicious.
It's like a cream
I
cheese.
might have another spoon.
Isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, thank you. And I'm whisking. Just another taste. Whisk away.
Yep.
That's good.
All right, Stu.
Lovely.
Okay. Next thing.
You've wet my palate. Here we go.
So,
What do you want that at?
John, why?
Maximum?
Maximum.
I'm gonna boil it.
Ooh, what
John
am I
is
doing?
going to shell some broad beans for us.
Am I?
What are we doing with the snow peas, Stu?
So we're going to juice them.
Like,
Okay, so we're going to blanch these shelled peas and broad beans.
These
Beautiful.
ones? And just these?
Just these ones for now.
Just these here. Okay, here we go. Reckon that's enough?
brilliant.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pour that into there.
Yep.
He knows what he's doing.
What were those little small things you poured in there, as well as the big ones?
Sugar snaps.
Sugar snaps.
Yeah,
They're
sugar.
like little baby beans.
I love sugar.
The peas inside a sugar snap pea. So these guys, and we shelled them.
Ah, yeah, got it. Oh, that's what Paul did.
So what's the blanching process and then refreshing, as I like to call it? So
Yeah.
what's the whole idea about that?
It just cuts them through a bit of the astringency of from the beans.
I like that word, astringency.
We can
All
put
right.
these in here. Yep. So we're going to blanch our broccoli now.
Broccolini, the little baby broccoli with little purple flowers. Asparagus. Here we go. Quickly into there. Get rid of the liquids. There they all are. Into the ice.
Next, we're going to take our sweetbreads out of the oven.
Beautiful. I'll go and do that.
Yep.
Good boy.
While he's doing that, we're going to set up the juicer.
Yum, yum. Look at that.
What are these giant leaves here,
Ignorance is
Stu?
bliss.
So, the leaves from the brassica flowers.
Yeah.
I have foraged for this morning.
Oh, hello.
You
Here we
foraged
go.
for them this morning.
Yep.
I've got an image of you wearing a little
Oh,
gingham
these-
skirt, skipping through the forest, picking up this stuff and putting it in a basket.
It's a lot less romantic.
Hey.
The word forage reminds me of.
Oh my God, it's all happening over
Oh,
here.
wow. Did you get enough? What'd you
Yeah,
do?
so-
Raid the botanical gardens?
Some of these are from ones that I've foraged. Some have been supplied from my veg supplier, Jono at Green Dreams. Very nice guy.
Good on you, Jono.
Thank you, Jono.
So these are
Nice
from him.
name.
These are beautiful pea flowers and
Yeah.
tendrils.
Now, this is all edible.
We've got some beautiful chive
hope
flowers.
so.
He didn't answer me, did he?
Chive flower.
It's
I
all
know, there was
edible.
a
All edible.
You can eat all this. Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Can you smell that? Can you smell
Brassica.
that chive flower? Incredible.
Rape.
Grape. Canola oil, floury stuff.
Yeah.
We got guylam.
Guy lamb.
Guylam.
We got oxalis, also known as wood sorrel.
Oh, yes, oxalis.
Oh, you know, I know that one well.
This one I don't actually know. I won't
Don't
go
need
there.
that one?
Yeah.
This is the one we don't know. So anybody out there can tell us, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if it's a weed, yeah.
Doesn't matter. What people use.
So that's some of its more brassica.
How long have people been using stuff like this, though, in cooking?
Guys,
Is it an ancient thing that we
decades.
dumped for a couple of years?
Century-
Or is it a new thing?
centuries, but it's coming back. Well, it definitely has come back into
Okay.
to cooking now.
That's an impressive
So they're
plant.
from the broad beans,
Yeah.
which we've
We're mainly going to look for the flowers on this.
little flowers.
And hopefully we get a few little pods.
that'll be
Yeah, there's a
awesome.
few there.
Fantastic.
And
like
then
an
we've
orchid almost.
got calendula and nasturtium.
Calendula.
Like calendula fever.
Yep.
Yeah, right. I know.
I knew he was
Okay,
going
that
to
was
do that.
shocking.
So
I thought of that and went, no, that's too bad to do.
the rape brassica, they have like almost mustardy flavour. You try that.
Try as and eat.
Yep.
Come on, eat. Put that in my mouth.
Yeah, eat it.
Yeah?
Yep.
It worked.
Bit
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
delicious, Stu. Thanks, mate.
a bit of mustardy
Yeah.
aftertaste there.
I'll get
I
to
mean,
it.
one
For a
second,
minute, I
we'll
thought you were
go.
poisoning me. That's great.
So we're going to juice the offcuts of the brassica or the stem.
Oh, okay. More in that?
Yep.
Soapy juice, brassica tops.
That stuff?
Yep. And the offcuts of the asparagus.
Oh my God, this is vicious. Vicious machinery. Get in there, you bugger. No?
So any of the foam that comes on top, we're just going to skim off.
Oh,
The
you
other side.
get rid of the foam?
Yeah.
Use it later or just get rid of it?
Yeah, it's an impurity. It's a bit bitter. It's just.
Can I taste some of this?
Yeah, it's not what we really want.
Tastes healthy.
Just going to put a touch of this in.
What is Xanthana, Stu? Please explain.
He's a real brilliant musician.
Tito Xanthana.
Jokes.
That's totally fine.
All right.
That's totally fine. So it's like a white powder.
The xanthan gum is derived from seaweed, I believe.
Is it like glycerin or something like that, is it?
It's an emulsifier, but it's also a thickener. So we're just using this. Yeah.
Oh, so that thickens that. So it turns it into like a mint saucy thickness, does it?
No, I'm not going to make it that thick. We just want to make it less watery.
Less runnery. Yeah, okay.
So it sits on the plate nice.
So how much do you need to use? Very little.
Start off very, very little.
Oh, like a tenth of a teaspoon.
Yeah, something like that, because you don't want to.
I'll hold this for
You
you.
put the
If
bar
you
mix
use
in.
too much, it gets very snotty. Is the best way to describe it for me.
Miscellaneous. Or mucilaginous.
Exactly. Alrighty.
Alrighty.
So, just doing a little garnish here.
Yep.
So we have some milk. We're just gonna.
Garnish.
Yep.
Interesting.
What do you want that on?
So we're just gonna bring it to a boil.
So Stu, how long does this milk cook for then? Boil for?
So we
Simmer?
just simmer it on a low temperature for about 15 minutes.
Whoa.
And then we take it off the heat and let it stand for about 10 minutes to form a skin. And then very gently, we'll peel that skin off with a spatula and put it onto a silpat tray and then dry it in the oven.
Wow. So I've got to wait 15 minutes now?
No, because of the magic of television, Here's some I prepared earlier.
Excellent. All right, I'll finish this myself later. Excellent.
And look at that.
Oh,
All
yeah.
from over-boiled milk.
Gently peeled.
That's
Nice.
incredible.
Next, we're going to peel the membranes off the sweetbreads.
So you're just peeling it off.
So grab this.
Because that's not really nice in the mouth. That's the whole idea.
What's the what's I don't know what to
The
grab
outside
though.
skin.
What outside skin?
You'll see a little bit of a... See that here? Little beautiful. So we end up with something lovely like this.
All right, so we need to move a bit quicker now. So let's go over to the gas stove top and start cooking.
You know what? I love cooking with gas.
Yeah.
Bugger the induction. Let's go.
All right.
I'm excited. What are we doing? I'm ready to cook.
Let's get cooking. So here we have a flour for the sweetbreads.
Mm-hmm.
So
What's in here?
We've got koji, which we've made ourselves out of pearl barley. So we've inoculated it with the koji spores and then left it to inoculate in our fermentation chamber at 30 degrees with
There it is again.
70% humidity.
You're getting used to that fermentation chamber, aren't you?
Yeah, damn right.
That's some damn good fermentation right there.
So we've mixed so we dried out the koji and made it into a flour and then gone 50-50 with rice flour and a bit of pepperberry.
A little bit of oil.
And
How's
then-
that? That looking good? A bit more?
That looks good.
Good.
And then at the same time, we're just going to saute off some of our asparagus and broccoli.
How many pieces am I doing?
Let's
Let's,
go
All of them.
3 per portion.
let's go 3.
What if you want? Oh, I tend to want seconds.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, sizzle, sizzle. Lovely. And you sort of let it sit there, saute a little bit, turn it over.
Low and slow.
Low and slow. I love low and slow. Are we going for a the noisette?
Yeah, burn our that would be good.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, that's impressive.
Look at that.
You didn't say that was going to happen.
We don't want that.
We don't want that.
It looks great, but it can actually make it bitter.
Yeah.
Oh, can it really?
All right, bit of butter.
Yep.
Better late than never.
And because we pretty much blanched them before, they don't need to take that long at all, do they?
No. Just enough to give them a crispy texture.
You happy with that?
Yeah, looks good. Let's get them glazed. All right, next we're going to glaze our sweetbreads. At the same time, we're just going to put some of the broad beans and the sugar snaps inside the with the asparagus and the broccoli, just to heat through. We're going to dress it with some hazelnut shoyu from when we've made our own miso.
Hazelnut what?
What
Show you.
is this?
So that's the
So,
part.
show you or show me?
Show
I'll
us.
Show you.
Sorry.
And tell us.
Yeah,
Tell us
so
what it's about.
This is from when we've made our own hazelnut miso. So with the koji spores, the koji grains, we've inoculated, we've mixed that with hazelnut meal and then fermented it at room temperature for 4 weeks. You need to press it down, so this is the water that's collected from the top. Traditionally, in Japan, when they were making, before they invented soy sauce, they made miso, and that was the water that pooled on top. And then people liked the taste of the soy sauce, and then they actually started adding wheat and stuff to get a more bigger yield on the shoyu.
Right.
And that's
Brilliant,
what
brilliant.
the common soy sauce is now.
What are we glazing with?
The birch syrup.
Oh, ooh,
Here it comes.
you know this one?
Freshly sucked by yours truly. I wish. That's not the way we do it.
Such a sucker.
All right, so we're just going to put some of this straight onto one of this tray.
Oh, here we go. Watch this technique, Paul Foreman.
I am. Don't you worry. It's going right in the memory banks.
I could have put that in my mouth. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, look at that. That's going to be delicious.
So you want to just put a tablespoon approximately. You can use your just do it by eye.
Oh, no.
By eye.
No, use tablespoons like a
Oh,
bucket.
yeah. Tablespoon. Look up.
That's it.
Avoid
Now
eating this.
we get our tweezers out.
Oh, hello. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
And now what?
So we want to put
Oh, God.
flowers, just decorated. One of each, just as you want. You just want all the flowers just covering.
Really?
Yep.
And maybe like with these, that's a bit too giant, so you just want the petals off this one, yeah?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, look at me go.
We don't put that one on. Looks like we're about to plate up. I'm excited. What are we doing? Let's do it.
All right, let's do this thing. So first thing, you want to rocher the mascarpone.
Rocher, what does that mean?
So it's like a quenelle, but it's one smooth motion.
Okay.
Smooth motion. This guy's got the bloody stuff down pat, hasn't he? Ooh. Yeah,
Oh, that's
good.
nice. And that just
Nice.
is that spoon
Very
hot
sexy.
or something?
Yep, it
All
is
right.
hot. So it
So-
just cuts through the
Right,
All right, next.
Rocher done. Next, oh,
What's that with the tweezers? We're getting serious now. Super serious.
watch this closely so I can get it right.
Yes.
2, oh, okay, 3.
Clever, take a picture.
Beans. Little sugar, what do you call them? Sugar snaps?
Yeah, it's snow peas and sugar snaps.
Sugar peas and sugar.
And we've got the broadies, the baby broad beans in there.
One more.
Leave some for us. Okay, good.
What do you mean? I'm eating his.
Wow.
I'm not stupid.
Okay.
Next
Right,
step,
next.
get these on.
Yeah, notice you went for the good ones.
They all look the same to me.
Nah,
Gee, they look good though.
it's looking great.
Good. A little bit of changing the angles.
Oh, okay, good
Mix it
point.
up a little bit.
And then we're going to make a quick sauce
Oh,
using our pea juice. And we've got some chicken glaze.
Chicken glaze.
chicken and pea gravy.
Just put a couple of spoons of this.
That's our juice we had before.
Yeah.
We juiced.
3. Put a bit of that thickener in there.
We're going to put
Santana, yes.
just
Look at that.
1.
That actually smells amazing.
2 of those. We're going to put a bit of garlic oil.
Of course,
Why not?
it's the Greek part of it.
Any
The
particular
garlic
oil, just vegetable or canola or something like that?
Use grapeseed.
Grapeseed?
Yeah, it's a nice neutral oil, but it's
I like
not as,
grapeseed.
as thin.
Love
Get
it.
a little whiskey out.
A milk
Good
frother.
viscosity.
Very
Oh, it's
quick.
a milk frother.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's enough.
You just give it 2 squirts.
Yeah.
And that's it.
So we're going to dress the peas with this.
Look at that colour.
Yeah.
Drizzle,
I
drizzle,
like-
drizzle.
like
That is spring on a plate right there.
a broken
It is
sauce.
very springy, isn't it?
Okay. Last final steps.
Here we
is gonna
go.
be the tendrils.
Oh, our pea tendril. Nice.
And we're just going to lay out the tendrils and also the milk crisps. Some of
Yes.
the nasturtium leaf and the wood sorrel, also known as oxalis.
Oxalis.
Which apparently grows everywhere in your garden. It's like a weed.
It is a weed.
There's a weed.
Then I've been mowing that thing.
I know, for years. Killing your oxalis. You're an oxalis killer.
I am. Da-da-da.
Like another flower in there.
Just for, why not? Oh, man.
And a bit of pressure. There's a lot
This
to
is
do.
hard. This is hard to match.
got it,
Hello,
got
we
my-
haven't finished yet.
Oh, jeez.
Here's a bit of crumble for your trouble.
Deal.
Catch more sauce.
Oh, wow.
There we have it.
Wow.
Ta-da! We got to match that.
Voila. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Game on.
No pressure.
Game on. Let's do
All
this.
right, let's do this. Would you like to rocher first, or
Yes, can you please pass me a hot spoon?
a hot spoon?
Okay. That'll do me.
It's not your ice cream tub at home.
It's not too bad. Shut up. Because you're going to discard it. You can't even see that under there. See? That's where it's clever.
That's what you're finishing with? Is
Yeah,
that
your
it?
turn. Yes, that's what I'm going with.
Okay.
Because I'm going to eat it. You notice all my portions are slightly larger than everyone else's, and that's a regular thing.
I'm going to go sweetbreads, so I can get the best ones.
Sure.
You want to put a couple of pea tendrils on there? Or you can put your sweetbreads on now.
I'm ready for my juicy stuff now.
Now I think you need a couple of flowers, a couple of tendrils, a bit of nasturtium leaf, a bit of oxalis leaf.
Just give it a...
Yeah.
A bit of this.
Just here. There we go.
Bit of the Shaftesbury.
Voila.
That's not too bad.
Oh, and the chevings.
At a quick glance, if these arrived to 3 separate people on a table, they wouldn't necessarily go, hang on, yours has got... Like sometimes your chicken palmy's that size, sometimes it's shaped like Italy.
Sweet. See, this one,
What?
out of 10.
Strong 6.
Oh, that's not bad for a beginner.
And for mine,
9.
yeah. And for yours,
8.
Oh,
Man.
you can't
Thanks,
score
man.
less than
that's
him.
awesome, buddy.
Stu, this is
Thank you.
fantastic. Well, you know,
Very excited.
Let's make our way to the table. and there we can talk some more and get some of this fantastic Home Hill wine I've been hearing about.
That's what
Parents
we're gonna-
Award winning. I'll be the
talk
judge
about
of
that now.
Let's go.
Well, Stu, looking at this in front of me right now, it's incredible. I can't wait to actually get into it. And thank you so much for letting us into your kitchen. It's been an amazing experience, and I've even learned a few things or two. It's been brilliant.
Well, thank you very much for coming.
Oh, it's
Oh, it's
great.
been an absolute pleasure. Cheers, first of all.
Oh, yeah.
Cheers, boys.
That is delicious.
Should we have a bit of a taste first before we have
Shall
a
we?
chat?
Yeah,
I'm
let's do it.
busting. I'm going to pretend I'm one of those cooking shows where I'd have a bit of that and a bit of that, and I'll scoop on a bit of that. And let's pour all the ingredients on.
Those sweetbreads.
Oh. That like has everything in it. That's great.
Pretty balanced.
It's very balanced. Okay, so Stu,
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about you. How did you? How does someone like you, from wherever you started, are you originally from Tassie?
Yeah, I was actually born here in Calvary Hospital in the city.
High five,
Yeah.
Calvary Hospital.
Yeah.
Right. And then
So my dad's a surgeon, so he...
did your dad deliver you?
No.
Oh wow, thought that would have been pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
He did take my appendix out though. So after about 2 years after I was born, we relocated to Kalgoorlie in Western Australia.
WA.
My place of birth.
High five over there.
Yeah,
So-
look at that. High fives.
Later on, my parents split, and me and my mum and my couple of sisters moved to Bustleton, down on the southwest coast.
No, Bustleton. Know that one.
And at about 16, 17, I was studying cooking in high school.
What made you do that?
Since I was about 12, I'd always worked in kitchens. I got my first job through my sister, who was working at a cafe. She was about 14, and she went from doing the dishes to going onto the floor, and she asked me if I wanted to take her old job. Soon after, I was doing the cold larder there, and after that, I started my apprenticeship at the same restaurant, and then moved to a few places. Moved to a bigger place in town that was had a bit more going on there, and then later on, when I was about 17. I moved to Perth, and then I started at Indiana Tea House down there.
I think I walked into that kitchen and I walked back out.
Why is
A
that?
little bit too full on for me.
I moved to Raffles in Applecross, and I finished my apprenticeship there. And I worked casually, but after that I was also, in my young years, in a heavy metal band.
Were you?
Yeah. And
Wow.
so I worked a bit casually then, but I worked at a good place called Red Cabbage, which probably really was the first place that really got me interested properly in food. After that, I moved to Melbourne for a couple of years and just worked in a couple of cafes and stuff. And after that, I met some friends at the place I was working, and they were from England and backpacking. They decided that their next stop was to go to New Zealand. So I followed them over and started working in Queenstown.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was a funny story. I planned to stay there for 1 year and do a ski season. I ended up staying there for 4 years.
Whoa.
Yeah, so I worked my first job at one of the places in town, which was Pier 19, and got like a junior sous chef job there. And then I got my first head chef job after that. That's at the restaurant where I met my wife, my partner.
What was she doing at the restaurant?
She's a barista. We decided to move to Wellington, and then shortly after moving there, my wife fell pregnant. And then we decided we'll move back to Queenstown because all our mates are down there. And it was at that point I really started to think that I need to take my career to the next level. I wanted to be a good responsible and good role model for my daughter. And I applied at a five-star resort called Millbrook. And then I had set myself a goal as I want to work at Millbrook, and then I want to work at the Two Hat restaurant down the road. And so I worked at Millbrook for about 6 months.
Yeah.
And then I went and saw the chef at the Amersfield, the Two Hat
Yes.
Winery, and asked for a job. We decided that it would be nicer to move back to Australia and be closer to family, you know. So we ended up in Melbourne for a year, and then with having a young family, we thought the city life wasn't that great for us. So we decided to come here to Tassie. I was working in Melbourne at Yearing Station Winery, and yeah, very nice wines. And then I thought, you know what, I'm ready to lead my own thing. And I applied for the job here, spoke to Rosemary. I flew down, had a look at the place. We had a chat, and here I am.
Wow. And this is only the last couple of years. You like, because how old's your child?
She's 2 years.
She's 2, yeah.
Yeah.
So how long have you been here at Home Hill?
Just a couple of months now.
You enjoying it?
Yeah, very good. Rosemary is very good boss to have. She gives me a lot of creative freedom, and
Great.
which is, as a chef, is wonderful.
Is that important for someone like you? Because you're quite young. Is that an important thing to have creative freedom? Because I guess you want to go somewhere. You don't want to just be cooking
Absolutely.
same old stuff and not have, you know.
Well, you've also got access to a lot of things here too. I mean, I can see that you've got a herb garden out there, and I know you're talking about a vegetable garden.
Yeah.
Getting sap out of a birch tree, oh my God, that just blows me away.
Yeah.
Yeah, you must be over the moon to be here. And I've known Rosemary for a long time, and I know she's over the moon.
Yeah, it's very, very happy. She lets me do my thing, and I can't be more grateful.
So that thing where you do the chestnuts and the what's it called? Not a humidifier,
fermentation chamber.
yeah. Is that your invention? Like,
No.
Did you bring? Was that here when you got here?
It was just a hot box, but what I've bought is
You've
like
turned it into
a temperature controller and a humidity controller and a humidifier.
So that's part of that creativity you were talking about.
Yeah,
just
well,
letting
I think like it's just I read a lot of books as well. That's actually something from the Noma cookbook is the Noma Guide to Fermentation, and sort of say this is what you need, this is what you need to do.
Reads books.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
I know.
So I'd just like to say thank you very much. It's been an incredible experience, and you've been an amazing host, an amazing chef.
Absolutely.
And
Thank you, Stu.
I'm just going to continue drinking, and this dish was impeccable.
It still is. Are you going to finish
Cheers.
that?
No, but all right, it's mine.
Oh, just saying. Let me know. Cheers, mate. Well, while we've got Stuart doing the washing up in the kitchen, we thought we'd take this opportunity to have a chat with Rosemary Bennett, who is from Home Hill. First of all, congratulations on all your awards, your recent ones. Not all the other ones you won, but you won 4 this year.
I went into Sydney last week, and at the Australian and New Zealand Boutique Wine Show, I came home with 4 trophies. And, you know, John, I have the trophy in my hand.
Look at this.
So this was we won the wine of the show at the Australian
and New Zealand Boutique Wine Show. Wine of show. Congratulations.
There was 1,000 entries.
Wow.
So out of 1,000 entries, Home Hill came home with this wonderful
That is
trophy.
fantastic.
That's impressive.
Congratulations.
It's very impressive. Well done.
And we are a family business, John and Paul. The family business is myself, my husband, and my viticulture son Sean, and my marketing manager, and her name is Kelly, and that's what we've named the
Kelly's Reserve. Is that the wine? That's got a gold medal sticker on it?
That's the one that we're going to try in a moment, John.
Wow. Did that win this year?
That's just won the trophy at the
wow, that is
Boutique
it.
Wine Show. So I'm going
big
to
one.
let you try it in a moment, see what you think.
In a moment.
So our vines were planted in 1992. So we have Pinot Noir, we have Chardonnay, we have Silvaner. Silvaner is a German grape variety. And we've also planted some Pinot Gris over on our new block.
Wow. Should we crack this open?
So this is our Kelly's Reserve 2018 vintage.
Cheers.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers. It's actually quite fruity.
It's very, very fruity.
It's really well
Yep,
balanced, and it's got
very,
a lot of depth.
It has.
Will it get less
Pinots
fruit
can
here?
be a bit acidic, so that is delicious.
The tannins are just gorgeous, aren't they, Paul?
And that's because it's young, isn't it? Because
Yeah.
it hasn't had a chance to sit around for ages.
No, that's right. That's
Cheers.
right. Thank you.
Rosemary,
Thank
cheers
you
to
very
you.
much.
And thank you so much for having us here at Home Hill. And here's to
We love having
your
you.
future. And are you returning to the wine show in a couple of years?
Yeah, exactly. We'll be there for sure.
Thank you.